Hello and welcome back. It's nice to be back. This is Human Reaction, your cool channel talking to you about your body and about how it responds habitually to the world around you. In so doing, also creates the world around you, and how you can better understand this and better guide this for a more true life, which will be a more free life, which will be a more nice life and a real life, and all the good things we're all looking for. I am a qualified Alexander Technique teacher, which means I have a hands-on skill that can help you undo your tension patterns in your body and redirect you and give you a new and improved use. So I work with the patterns of people's bodies, and I help to get rid of the things that are too much tension and try and enliven the things that have no tension and try and integrate the whole thing so that it's a nice unison, moving and flowing smoothly. So there's this new burgeoning field called somatic intelligence. I don't think it's very new, but it's kind of new in comparison to other things. And it's about the intelligence that's in your body. So the soma is the word for living body. The living body is this organism of perception. So somatic intelligence is your capacity for an aptitude, increasing aptitude of perceiving through your senses. Why would one want to increase this intelligence and this aptitude? Because it is the way you bring information from the world, which is truth and reality, into your living organism. So your senses, your perception, is what carries the information on the outside into yourself. So you want that functionality and that mechanism to be operating so that you can get the clearest and most accurate information in. If you get distorted information in, you have a distorted understanding of the world around you. So there's two things. On the one hand, it's a mechanism that brings information in, and on the other hand, it's a mechanism that is under your thinking sway. If you're unconscious, you go about habitually, and then the soma guides you. But if you become conscious of your soma and of yourself, then your thinking can guide it, and in so doing can renew it and rearrange it so that it can become more accurate, and you can become more clever about reading its signs and understanding what's going on. So somatic intelligence is your sensory appreciation. I know that I did a video on sensory appreciation, but your aptitude and your intelligence to experience the things that you do. Some of you may have people in your life, some of you may be those people that are insensitive. Often I think that if you've gone through difficult things, unconsciously you kind of shut off your senses because you don't want to feel difficult things because it's not nice. So then increasingly so you may feel less and less, and you may become an insensitive, dreadful person. And this is not because you are dreadful, but it's because you were hurt to an extent that you had to cover yourself up. So slowly undoing that and regaining the safety inside your body, inside your own body and inside your own experiences, you can learn to feel again, allow feeling and sensation to happen, not be overwhelmed by it, but also then engage in the world in a meaningful way with other people, with yourself. And that's why this work means a lot to people that have a mind-body disconnect, or that have don't really feel much, or don't really care much, or are obsessive about things. They're not really in balance and connected. So somatic intelligence is upping the capacity to feel. I don't like the word feel because it gives me the heebie-jeebies, but it's to experience. You're upping your capacity to experience, and there is much. Life is worth experiencing. So we want to increase our capacity to be able to experience, and then so people stuck in a habitual way of experiencing things will be habitually experiencing life in a certain way, or habitually be responding in a certain way. So first things first is we become more conscious of our somatic selves, and we go, oh, okay, these are all habits. Then we deconstruct it. We undo the patterns, and I'll explain that. It's a physiological somatic pattern. So there's two sides. The one side, which is what I'm not doing, which is talking about thoughts and how your thinking can rearrange you, which is true. The quality of your thoughts, positivity, or changing fear into love, or despair into hope, or dismissive into gratitude. That is a kind of cognitive thinking content that you can replace in your life and so affect your life by what you think. I discuss and am fascinated by how it is that we think. How do you think? And you think through your body. Your body experiences things, goes into your brain, and there's a whole complex thing that happens in there. It conceptualizes something for you. So if we go indirectly and we go via the body and we undo the body habits and patterns and we make it more natural, then the incoming information doesn't conceptualize in the patterns that we have in our bodies, but it's different. It's got a different quality. It's a whole different experience because the body's different. So that's somatic intelligence for me and something that I want to offer to the world. So I shall again be attempting to express concepts about the soma. Everybody has their thing that they're doing. But the nice thing for me is, and the content that I'm busy with and trying to share, is that everybody's doing stuff with their body. So sure, you can be, you can be an insane athlete, or you can be a very workaholic person, or you can be, wanting to be, beautiful and quite aesthetically incredible, and you can be a quiet introvert and a reader. But all of us live via and inside of our bodies. And your body is what you experience. Or you think it's the outside world that makes you experience. And that is true to an extent. But the other side is also true. The mechanism that judges and litmus tests, or is the instrument of measurement, your body, reads that information that comes in. And when we change the body, the information coming in changes, which makes you kind of wonder what's true. And I have found through my process that that which is true tends to be nice, even though it may be difficult. There's a liberation and a liberty about it. And it's lighter and it's energetic and it's just not a lie. So you just tactilically living. And that is, we were designed to feel and to enjoy. I shall say this at the end of all of my videos, which is a small little explanation, that you want your joints to be free. You got 5 of them. You've got a neck joint, which sits kind of in between your ears, the back of your head, skull, top of your spine. Spine goes all the way up to here. It's very long. And it has a thick central nervous system running through it. And you want that spine to be running. So all of that information runs up through your spine into your nice brain. And you want that siphon of information going in there to be free. People squash their heads down, they pull their arms together, and they kind of constrain the intelligence, which is information. They constrain the information coming into their neural systems. And then they have less experience, and then they have less intelligence and have less options. You want to have a free neck joint so that your head can sit lightly on the top of your spine, and you want to maintain this intelligent central nervous system channel of information coming through into your head. You want to have free shoulders and free hips. And you want your knees to be directed away from your hips. And your arms all the way to your fingertips. Thank you very much for tuning in. I look forward to building this up, and I intend to make the videos good.